Thank you so much, Paul. That was a wonderful introduction to what is a huge topic facing all democracies. When I first started looking into this and talking about it with Paul, we were just amazed really at how little research and understanding there was on this, and particularly the practice that there is really very little orientation and training for political staffers. So from the angle that I looked at it, in terms of what standard HR principles are, in terms of recruiting people carefully, making sure you orientate them and you train them and support them and manage them well, that just doesn't seem to be happening. Or it's maybe happening well sometimes, but it's more by luck than anything. And I know from having interviewed chief of staffs, they say, they've all said it's a bit haphazard, really, and there's a bit of luck involved, and you draw on who you know. You don't carefully select them. Okay, so we're going to go into breakout rooms now. Now, Paul suggested several topics that we should be discussing. One is that we need more information, cross-country information on political staffers in terms of the jobs and the titles and the description of those roles that they do and the rules and customs governing them. He also mentioned need for research into their duties and responsibilities and also resources, because the pressures have got bigger. And then the third area was training. And I think, really good points about when would we do training, who would do it, what would be in the training. Clearly there's a need for it, but the question is how we would do that. And overall, how do we make sure that we end up with better management of advisors so that they perform better? So 4 areas really: cross-country information, something on the duties, responsibilities and resources for staffers. Third, the big one, training. And 4, management of them, because often it's left to MPs and ministers who don't have the time, and they're not trained either. So it is really, really difficult. And I know I've got quite a few former students who've gone into this role now, and they've all mentioned the same thing.